I want to tell you a story about how I accidentally bulked for 6 months after the quarantines ended. No, that's not an exaggeration. I wasn't planning on bulking, but it ended up happening anyways. 3 years ago, after quarantines ended and gyms started opening back up again, I wanted to lose all of the fat that I gained while sitting around at home during the lockdowns. But I think that at the time there were 3 critical mistakes that I made that set my results back multiple years and actually caused me to balloon all the way back up to 240 pounds. And unfortunately, I'm not exaggerating. These mistakes are still affecting me to this day and I'm still recovering from them. So I'm going to tell you a quick story about all 3 and then I'm going to dive deeper into each one. And I want you to avoid these at all costs because they will set you back for absolutely no reason at all. So throughout my last few years of college, I was gaining really good momentum with my lifting, building muscle, gaining strength until COVID hit. Of course, gyms closed. None of us could work out anymore. And at this time, I had to live with 2 other family members in a 2-bedroom apartment. So there's 3 of us in this 2-bedroom apartment. I'm having to sleep on the couch in the living room. I'm not getting any privacy at all, and I'm an introvert, so I need my privacy, I need my quiet time to relax and reset and recharge my mind. So I'm having to stay up very late because that's the only time I can get some peace and quiet. And this messed up my sleep schedule to the point where I'm going to bed after 2, 3 in the morning and I'm not getting up until 4 p.m. the next day. And on top of this, I don't even have any room to do any home workouts. I know a lot of people during the quarantine, they got into home workouts, follow along workouts on YouTube, but I physically did not have the space for any of that. So this lack of privacy led to a poor sleep schedule, which led to bad eating habits, getting hungry, cravings for carbs and sugar. Because I couldn't exercise, I couldn't burn all those calories. Now I'm starting to put weight on. I'm just staying up really late, eating a bunch of crap, and I'm not feeling good mentally or physically. I'm eating all this stuff purely, I think, for the dopamine rush, for the distraction of it. Good news is eventually the gyms start opening up again. They brought all the equipment outside and they set up this area in the parking lot where we could all work out. I decided that I wanted to regain all the muscle that I had lost because I wasn't able to lift. I wasn't able to do at-home workouts. When you're not training your muscles, they'll stay on your body for a while, but eventually your body's gonna start eating away at that muscle because you're not giving it any stimulation. Your body thinks, okay, I don't need this anymore, so I'm just gonna eat it for fuel. And at the same time as this, I also still wanna lose fat because again, my sleep schedule's messed up. I'm eating too much food. I wanna shred all the weight that I've gained during quarantine. So I use an online calculator to figure out what my maintenance calories are. It comes out to around 3,400 calories per day. Now, side note, your maintenance calories are the amount of calories that your body needs to stay at its current weight. If your maintenance calories are 2,500, for example, and you weigh 150 pounds, if you want to stay at 150 pounds, you simply need to eat 2,500 calories a day. So I decide that, okay, my maintenance is 3,400 and I want to lose weight, so let me eat at 2,800, create a 600 calorie deficit. And you need a deficit in order to start burning fat. That signals to your body that we don't need these excess fat stores. We can start using them up for fuel. So I have my calories now and I decide I want a new workout program as well. I've been doing push-pull legs for a while, which I talk about in my previous video, how I lost 70 pounds in high school. But I started following Will Tennyson and then Jeff Nippard programs. They have these videos with full push-pull legs programs. So I just started copying what they were doing. And it was great at first. I was making a ton of progress. Gains were coming in every week. Honestly, I was going into the gym and it was like I was hitting PRs every week. Every single workout, I'm able to do more weight than I have before. Let's say on Monday for bench press, for example, then I'm not hitting bench press again until the next Monday because I'm doing other workouts. But then that next Monday, I'm able to do even more weight, so that's a new PR. And then the week after that, I'm able to do even more weight, so it's a new PR. So it's very exciting just going in the gym and almost throwing the weight around. You know, you feel strong, you feel powerful because you are getting stronger, and it's really fun to just see those numbers go up and up and up. But keep in mind, I also wanted to lose weight at the same time. You know, it is possible to build muscle and drop body fat at the same time. There's specific parameters that you need to accomplish, which I will make a specific video about that. It's called body recomposition. We'll talk about that in a separate video. But at this moment in time, I'm still trying to cut weight. I'm trying to get the scale to go down. But every time I check the scale, it's going up. I'm thinking to myself, okay, that's weird. I want to lose weight. Why is the scale increasing? It's probably water weight. I'm gaining all this muscle, and muscle is obviously weight on your body. And then when you increase your muscle size, it's gonna store a lot more water, and our body's like 70-80% water. That can add a ton of weight to the scale as well. So I don't even worry about it. I just kind of keep going, keep doing my thing until one day I'm at the gym, and we have a 2-story gym, and there's this section upstairs where it's just a bunch of different machines, a bunch of like unique machines that I haven't really seen in other gyms. So don't even remember what workout I was doing exactly, but I just know I need to walk up the stairs, go over to that area, because that's the next exercise in my workout. But I shit you not, as I get to the top of the stairs, I'm literally out of breath. I'm winded just from walking up the stairs. And I knew right then and there, something is not right with my routine. If I'm trying to lose weight, how am I getting out of breath just from walking up a flight of stairs? I kind of just stand there for a second and I think to myself, I actually feel really sluggish. I feel really out of shape, and I had been feeling this way for a while, but I was just kind of ignoring that feeling because, again, I'm having a lot of fun hitting all these PRs and making all these sick gains. At the same time as the sick gains, I'd also been feeling a lot of aches and pains. I was feeling shoulder pain, knee pain, ankle pain from the time I wake up to whenever I go to bed. It's just constant. So I'm getting stronger, I'm hitting all these PRs, but this strength is coming at the expense of my health. So I go home that day and I just look at myself in the mirror. I know I need to stop bullshitting myself. I'm looking fatter and I'm feeling fatter. I'm looking like shit on the outside and I'm feeling like shit on the inside. I, at the time, did not realize how different I looked compared to how I looked in college. I didn't realize how much weight I had actually put on my body. Unhealthy, unnecessary weight, not muscle, not healthy tissue, just straight up excess body fat that does nothing but harm you. And that just goes to show the power of body dysmorphia, because your body can be screaming out to you, we're not feeling well, we're carrying too much weight, there's too much wear and tear in our body, all these different signals that your body's giving you. But because in your head you think that you look a certain way, or you are actually 150 pounds, but in reality you're more like 190 pounds, but you're not living in reality, you're living in your head. That's what body dysmorphia does to you. It creates this false reality in your head that you start believing what's in here is true instead of what's actually out there, what you see on the scale, what you see in the mirror, what you see when you take waist measurements. That's reality, that's real data, real evidence. So that leads us into the 3 key mistakes that I made, or at least what I think are the 3 key mistakes that I made that caused me to go from skinny but building muscle consistently to straight up fat again. So mistake number 1 is too much junk volume. So the workout routines that I was following, they were good routines. Again, I made a lot of gains, I built a lot of strength on them, but there was too much junk volume. There was too many redundant exercises. There are too many exercises that are hitting the same muscle over and over and over and kind of neglecting other muscles. For example, I might do squats and then it would have me do leg extensions and then also do leg press or hack squat, something like that. That's 3 different quad exercises. Realistically speaking, if you're natural, you don't need to do 3 different intense quad exercises. That's going to cause a lot of unnecessary fatigue. That's going to take you time to recover from. Also on push-pull legs, you're trying to lift 6 days of the week. You have to go Monday through Saturday, no rest in between days. Yeah, you might be hitting chest on one day, legs on a different day, back on a different day, but your overall central nervous system is still getting fatigued. You're also having to push heavy constantly. So if you're constantly needing to lift heavy ass weights, regardless of what muscle group it is, you're not giving your full body any rest unless for it's 1 day a week on Sundays. That builds up over time. You might feel fine the first few weeks or even the first few months, but over time that fatigue is just going to keep building up and building up. You're going to get diminishing returns, right? There's a point of diminishing returns where you damage the muscle further through resistance training and it's not getting any more real stimulus. You're not building any more muscle really. You're just kind of damaging the muscle. It's going to take longer to recover, but you're not getting much more gains out of it. So it's not really worth it. So stop doing tons of different exercises per body part. I think you only really need 1 to 2 high quality lifts per body part. So remember, in the gym, less is oftentimes more. Just go in there, do what you need to do, get the results that you need, get the stimulus that you need, and then leave. Go and rest and recover and grow. Don't waste time repeating the same movements or hitting the same muscles over and over and over again when you've already gotten what you needed out of those few exercises, those high quality exercises with good form and good mind muscle connection. Mistake number 2 that I made was not calculating my calories accurately. So again, these workouts are burning me out. I'm not compensating for that by getting extra sleep. My sleep still sucks. My body is sending me all these hunger signals. It needs to recover energy from somewhere. It's getting super fatigued and super worn down. So my body's like, okay, we're not getting enough sleep. We need energy from food. That led to me actually eating in a calorie surplus. Remember I said I was supposed to be eating 2,800 calories because 3,400 was my maintenance. And this created a 600 calorie deficit. So theoretically, I'm burning 600 calories a day and I'm losing fat. Well, actually, what had happened is because my sleep was so poor and my fatigue levels were so high because of all the junk volume, this 3,400 calories that I'm supposed to be eating below, I'm supposed to be eating at 2,800. Now I'm actually eating at 3,400. You might think, well, you're just eating at maintenance. You shouldn't be gaining any weight. Well, that's where I went wrong. See, these online calculators, they have this thing called the daily activity level, moderate activity, high activity, low activity, and you just click which one that you think you are. So for me, I thought I'm going to the gym 6 days a week. I have a high daily activity level. So I clicked that option and then it's assuming that I'm burning all these extra calories per day. But the thing was, outside of those few hours I'm spending at the gym, I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting on my ass at home all day. No cardio. I'm not tracking any steps at this time. Nothing. Just fully sedentary. So I go back and I recalculate using the online calculators and I turn my daily activity levels lower because, okay, I'm not really moving as much as I thought I was, right? I was kind of gaslighting myself almost. So now my maintenance calories goes down from 3,400 down to 2,800. But now at this point, I'm also eating 3,400. So I've literally flipped the script and now I'm eating in a 600 calorie surplus. So now I'm gaining at least 600 calories per day. And only 100 to 200 calories when you're eating in a calorie surplus are gonna go towards your muscles, are gonna go towards building lean tissue. Anything up beyond that is really just gonna go towards your body fat, especially if you're not doing a bunch of cardio, you're not moving around a lot. That's how your body stores fat, when you're just consuming all these calories, AKA energy, but then you're not moving, you're not burning calories, you're not spending the energy. So regardless of if you want to gain muscle or lose fat, I think tracking calories is extremely important for that goal. It's just gonna give you so much more clarity on what you're eating and how much you're eating on a day in, day out basis. What gets measured gets improved. So in order to avoid this mistake, I would actually advise to stay away from the online calculators. Try tracking your weight every day for a week. Every day, wake up, use the bathroom, and weigh yourself on the scale. And then what you're also gonna do is throughout every day for a week, you're just gonna log all the food that you eat. You can use MyFitnessPal, Chronometer, I think is another one. Just eat normally like you normally would and log everything. Track all your weight, track all your food. And then after a week, you could see the average of how many calories you're eating per day on average, what your average weight was for the entire week. If you see that your weight is staying the same, that's probably your maintenance calories. If your weight's going a little bit up, you're probably eating a bit over your maintenance. If you notice your weight's going down, you might be eating a little bit less than maintenance. Now you're getting real-time data for your specific body and your specific weight. So this is ultimately going to be a lot more accurate than using an online calculator. And you can do this for 2 weeks if you want, just to get even more accurate data. The final mistake that I made might be the most important one. Mistake number 3, I wasn't prioritizing sleep. Sleep plays so many roles in terms of health that I can't even go into all of them in this video. But in terms of fitness, sleep is where your body's recovering and it's growing. So you go and you lift weights and you damage the muscle fibers. When you sleep, that's when your body's repairing it. It's using all the protein that you ate, all the food that you ate that day. If you're trying to lose weight, sleep is when your body's burning the most fat. Not doing anything, you're barely moving, you're not intaking any calories for at least 8 hours. That entire time, your body's just burning. That's what it needs in order to survive. It needs that energy from the stored fat on your body. But when you're not sleeping well, you're going to bed super late, you're waking up super late, you're just not getting enough sleep, you're interrupting all these processes. You might try and go and lift the next day and you're gonna feel weaker, you're gonna feel tired. I've had times in the gym where I had a bad night of sleep and then I tried to lift and I felt super lightheaded. I almost passed out like in the gym. So that's gonna interrupt your progress. And then on the weight loss side, you saw what it did to me in this story. It caused me to be way hungrier, and that's gonna lead to a calorie surplus if you're not tracking your calories accurately, which is gonna lead you to more weight gain, which is the opposite of what we want. Ultimately, you're gonna feel better, you're gonna look better, and you're gonna make better decisions if you sleep well. You're staying up really late. Your willpower is kind of low because willpower is strongest when you first wake up in the morning, but you've been up, your willpower is just gone. And it's easy to walk over to the fridge and just grab a snack. Just order something on Uber Eats real quick. So we need to avoid this. You're gonna feel better, you're gonna look better, and you're gonna make better decisions if you just sleep well. Sleep in a timely manner, ideally be in bed before midnight, and sleep at least 8 to 9 hours in my opinion. That's 3 mistakes that I want you, yes, you watching this, I want you to avoid them while you're on your fitness journey. I don't care if you wanna bulk, I don't care if you wanna cut, whatever your desire is. Sleep well, track your food accurately, and don't do too much. Do just enough to get results, and then rest, recover, and grow. I'll talk to you guys next time.